Namaste. My name is Todd Norian. I'm the founder of Ashaya Yoga, and welcome to Asana Spotlight. It's where we take a few minutes just to focus on one particular asana. So today we have a wonderful posture. It's called Ardha Bhekasana. Beka means frog, so Ardha is half. So it's the half frog pose. And this is a great posture for opening up the psoas muscle, which is one of the muscles that connects our upper body to our lower body. It is in the pelvis. It connects to a little bump on the inner thigh and goes all the way up to T12, which is the base of the rib cage here. It also goes from the front of the body to the back of the body. So it's got this sort of diagonal connection here, front to back, and it connects the upper body with the lower body. And they say, as above, so as below. And so this muscle is usually involved in every single kind of low back pain. So if you have a little bit of tenderness there, chances are you have a tight psoas. So this is going to work the psoas, it's going to work the quads, and it's also good for the shoulders. It does upper and lower body. Okay, so let's get started. Ardha Bhekasana. Let's warm up a little bit, so come on up to standing. Come in front of your mat, feet parallel in Tadasana, palms in front of your heart. Let's open to the bigger energy now. Invite the light to fill you. Take your thighs back, tailbone in, lift your heart, and inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold, lead with your heart. Come all the way down, touch the floor, or if you can't touch the floor, bend your knees and use a block. And stretch. Breathe. The light in the universe is increasing right now. So, at least in the northern hemisphere. Then inhale, lift your heart halfway, receive the light. And then exhale and bow. Inhale, shine your light out into the future. Exhale, bow to the past. Inhale, open your front body. Exhale, open your back body. Inhale, heart forward. And then exhale, step back, downward facing dog pose. Alternately press your heels down, bend a knee. And deepen your breath. Bend both knees now, turn your thighs in, lift your sitting bones way up. And then claw your finger pads and roots and pull from your hands all the way up into your heart. Lift the head of your arm bones up more, especially the inner edge of the upper shoulder, so the inner armpit goes up, heart melts down. And then from your heart, push through your hands, and from your heart, try to root your heels a little closer to the floor. Enjoy the stretch. Inhale, right leg high. Hold for a moment. And turn your right thigh in a little bit more. Root the base of your left shin back a little more. And breathe. Exhale. Lunge your right foot forward. And come up, hands to hips. So you have this warrior one lunge. Hips are straight, square to the front. Bring your left hip a little further forward, right hip back, just so that they're parallel. And then inhale, stretch your arms up. From your pelvis, push through your left heel and push your right shin forward. And then grow your torso from your pelvis, just rise up more. Open to the growing light right now. Take it in, head back a little bit, and breathe. And then exhale, sweep your arms out to the side and down. Step back, downward facing dog pose. Inhale, left leg up. And turn your left thigh so your knee faces the floor. Base of your right shin goes back more.
And keep both armpits lifted evenly. At the same time, soften the space between the shoulder blades. Imagine every inhalation you breathe in more light. Every exhalation, let go a little bit more. Exhale. Big lunge forward. Hands to hips. Squeeze your legs. Just scissor your legs toward the midline. And then rise up. Arch back a little bit. From your pelvis, push your right heel back and your left shin forward. Take some deep breaths. When you hold like this, there's so much pressure. What happens is the muscles start to tone. You get a little bit of heat in the body. You start to release the aches and pains and the tensions that build up through lack of movement. And this is a good one also for the psoas because the back thigh lifts and you get the psoas stretch on the right side. Draw your tailbone in. And then exhale. Release, step back plank. Thighs back, tailbone in. Come down to Chaturanga. Please put your knees on the floor as needed. Hold if you can. Exhale all the way down. Point your toes. Come up into a gentle cobra position. Pull your palms isometrically backwards. This is great for the shoulders. The head of the arm bones pull back a bit. Shoulder blades hug. And extend your heart forward more. And breathe. Ground your legs, hug your legs in towards the middle as well. And then radiate out from your pelvis through your heart. And exhale down, push back, downward dog pose. One more pose to warm us up a bit. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, and lunge. Square your left foot to the back edge. Bring your right hand to the inside of the right ankle, left hand to your hip. And come into Ardha Bhekasana. Left arm over the ear. Turn your left arm so that your thumb points up, palm points back. And then really pull your legs toward the middle. Squeeze the legs in. Then move your thighs back, tailbone in. Stretch. From your pelvic core, just radiate light out in all directions. Hold, breathe. When you radiate light, go down into the earth first. Push your left foot down, feel your left foot. Then the right foot. Then from the pelvis, stretch through your left fingers. Good. Exhale. Release, go back to downward dog pose. Inhale, left leg up. And exhale, big lunge forward. Square your right foot. Walk your hands out to the right. Lean a little bit more to the right now. Hug your legs and stick your butt way back. Left hand to the inside of the foot, right hand to the hip. Hug the middle. Stretch your right arm up and over, thumb up, palm faces back. Wherever you're tight, just breathe into it. Move your thigh bones back a bit more, tailbone in. And stretch. Just from your pelvic core, root the earth, right foot. And from your pelvic core, stretch through your fingers. Exhale, release. Downward dog. Come into plank. Chaturanga. And all the way down. Ardha Bhekasana, there's two variations. This is Ardha Bhekasana 1. So bring your right forearm parallel to the front of your mat. Elbow is just slightly in front of the shoulder. And bend your left knee, reach your left hand back, hold your foot. Now, if you can't grab your foot, then you can take a belt and it's like this, okay? But if you can reach the foot, there's a couple of different ways to hold the foot. First of all, when you bend your knee, avoid moving your knee way out to the side, out to the left. So you gotta keep your knee hugged into the middle. Then curl your toes back. So it's a little bit of a flex of the foot. It's a point and a flex. We call it a floint. Spread your toes. And you can either just hold the foot, the outside of the foot is easiest, or to get the shoulder rotation and shoulder stretch, turn so your thumb is on the big toe side of your foot, and then turn your thumb down, elbow up. Thumb down, elbow up. There's a little rotation. So now I have the webbing between my thumb and index finger just below the row of toes. Now I can curl my toes back up into my hand. Okay, and elbow is straight up. Now you lift your side ribs, take the left shoulder back, and turn your ribs to the front. Okay, roll your thighs in, pull your tailbone in more, and then stretch your heart forward, and from your pelvis just push back through your legs, left knee, right foot. So this is Artabicasana 1. And then exhale, release. Fold your hands, make a little pillow for your head, and turn your head onto the side and rest. And then bring your left forearm in front. Bend your right knee, take the belt or your hand. You can just hold the foot. The easiest way is just grab hold of the foot. And what we'll do here is to adjust the psoas muscle, well, keep your right knee straight back from the hip. And then press the base of your thigh down. That's right above the knee. And draw your tailbone in. So when you push the base of your thigh down, what happens is that the core of the thigh goes back. So that's thighs back. That aligns your psoas muscle. And then to create length, pull your tailbone in. So first we align the psoas, then add the length. And if you can work your shoulder, then bring your thumb to the big toe edge on the front of your foot. Spin the thumb down, elbow up. And for more stretch, bring your heel all the way down to touch your hip. Root the base of your thigh, tailbone in. And then right shoulder back and turn your ribs toward the front. So we have a lower body stretch, the psoas, the hip. Upper body, you got the shoulder. And in addition, you have a back extension or a back arch, which is very good for the vertebral discs, the discs in your spine. Hold, lift your throat, take your palate back, occiput up, and exhale. Come down, fold your hands, turn your head to the other side, and breathe. Come back briefly into child's pose. And this will help stretch the spine a little bit. Okay, let's repeat. This time we're going to go a little bit deeper for those that want more of a stretch in the back. So it starts the same, right forearm in front. Bend your left knee, hold your foot. Keep your left knee from sliding outside. You have to pull it in toward the midline. Spin your hand, thumb down, elbow up. And we've got this. Press the base of your thigh down, tailbone in. Okay, Artabicasana Two, what you do is pivot on your right elbow until your palm is straight out in front of you. Then pull your tailbone in more and come up. Now, the closer you work your hand back toward you, the higher up you'll go. So you can come down, move your hand, so it comes closer and closer to almost like a one-arm cobra position. Keep both shoulders back now. Shoulder blades pull down the back and into the back of the heart. Turn your left toes out so your foot turns out slightly. That'll protect your knee. Tailbone is strong. That'll protect your lower back. And then lift all the way up through your spine, shoulders, neck. Take the front of your throat back. Then your palate goes back and the back of your skull goes up. And breathe. Very deep stretch in the quad, deep psoas stretch, back stretch. Oh, good. And exhale. Come on down. Left forearm. Bend your right knee. Spin your thumb down, elbow up. Press the base of the right thigh down, tailbone in. Pivot on your left elbow, go up. There it is. And take some deep breaths. Work your ribs slightly toward the left. That's good. Lengthen your side ribs. Take the shoulders back, especially right shoulder. Curl your toes back into your hand. Root the base of your right thigh down just above the knee. And then pull your tailbone in. If you'd like to go deeper, come down, reset. Walk your hand closer towards your body. It's really a tremendous stretch. This pose opens the heart and allows more light in and allows you to give more light out. And breathe. It's great to increase our light in poses like this so we get more aligned with nature, where every day now the light is increasing as we move away from winter solstice towards summer solstice. The endless cycles. And then exhale, come on down. Awesome. Now instead of child pose, come onto your back. Hold your knees, pull your knees into your chest, but at the same time work your sitting bones back toward the floor. So you push your knees into your hands. It's very good. Now knees wide, pull the knees in, sitting bones toward the floor. You can flex your feet. And we can take this one more extreme, is bring your shins up, and I don't know if you can reach your feet. Sometimes you have to get, belt around them. But if you can, this is happy baby pose. So widen your feet, widen your knees, and work your sitting bones toward the floor first, and then push your feet up into your hands. At the same time, pull the little toe edge of your feet down. You want to keep the feet square. So spread your toes. Very good. Try to roll out your spine so you bring the sitting bones, so you almost unfurl the tailbone curl until you can get almost a low back curve. That's it. And release. Set your feet flat on the floor, knees bent. Place your hands on your belly. Just do some abdominal breathing now. And we soothe and rest the low back and also the psoas muscle. Close your eyes, release the weight of your head, let your shoulders release as well. Just take in the effect of this wonderful pose, Ardha Bhekasana, the half frog. And then release, roll to your right side. And come up. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me. And again, this was Asana Spotlight. Please share this with your friends, especially if you know people that have sore backs. Over the holidays, it can be pretty easy to strain your back. A lot of sitting, sometimes a lot of activity, and show them this so that they can practice and free up their back. And then I invite you all to join me for the news retreat. That starts tonight. Go to ashayayoga.com. There's still time to register. And during this retreat, we're going to focus on the third chakra, which is the fire of transformation. It's the place from where we make all of our decisions. It's really our individual will. And we're going to open to the light and let that just fill and help us ignite the spark for more joy in the new year, more hope, more wellness, more relaxation, and to be more centered in yourself. Even amidst the craziness of life and the chaos, in yoga we can come back to the center and really dwell in the place in the middle, which is always the heart, where we recognize our true nature, which is joy. Thanks for being with me. Have a great day. Namaste.